Okay, so here is my protostome video project, and I did it over the hermit crab. So, the introduction of the organism. Let me move my little clip. So the hermit crab is a part of the order of Decapoda, which is in the class of Crustacea. They use empty snail shells or other hollow objects to protect their body. And then without this shell, they are very vulnerable to predators, and this is because they lack a hard protected carapace. And then the abdomen is asymmetrical, meaning that if you cut it down the middle, the sides won't look the same. And then the abdominal appendages on the female carry the eggs, and they are also not a true crab. The common name is obviously is hermit crab. Then the scientific name is Pagurita. Then the habitat of a hermit crab. So there are two types of hermit crabs. There's land dwelling and there's marine. And so because of this, they have two different habitats. So for land dwelling, they live in tropical areas and they require fresh water or salt water to dampen their gills. And then for marine uh, hermit crabs, they live in seawater and they can be found in shallow tropical reefs at the depth of the sea. And then how does it get its food? So hermit crabs get their food uh, by these specialized mouthpieces called chelipeds, and then they're somewhere right in this area. The right cheliped is usually larger and more dominant. They use the bigger pincher, which is right here, to pick up the pieces of food and bring them to its mouth. Then the smaller left cheliped guides the food into the mouth opening. Then the hermit crabs have small, rigid structures called mandibles, and then they use these mandibles to grasp and grind up the food and into even smaller pieces that can be swallowed and digested. And then predator-prey relationship. So hermit crabs aren't really a predator to anything because they are omnivores. So because of this, they are prey to everything. And since they are omnivores, they eat mostly fruits and vegetables, and occasionally a small fish, like a little minnow or something. Uh, and then the animals that do eat hermit crabs are octopus, seagull, fish, and crabs. Now, this is only a small list of the animals that eat them. And then the unique evolved traits are the soft asymmetrical abdomen and the specialized appendages in the females, which you can see right here. And then the placement of the organism on the tree of life. So they aren't really classified anywhere specific on the tree of life, but they are closely related to the lobster. Now, this information, I couldn't exactly find any of this information. So, from what I could find, this is what I gathered that they were closely related to the lobster. So, if you put it on a cladogram or you see it on a cladogram, it should be close, the branch should be close to where the lobster is. And then here's a video of the hermit crab changing its shell. So they change the shell whenever they grow out of the shell. They get into a bigger one, as you can see. And then the importance of the organism. So for the ecosystem, they contribute to biodiversity. They fill essential ecological niches. They are detrivores, which means they eat uh, dead things. The availability of shells just means that there's a lot of them around. And then they indicate environmental health because they are very delicate creatures. So the health of the environment has to be like a certain pH if they're in the water or something like that. So yeah. They are also scavengers and they are a good food source for most marine life. Then for humankind, they provide food for other animals that are high commodities to humankind, like mahi-mahi or dolphins, maybe. And they can also be pets. Now, I mentioned dolphins. Those aren't a like food source for us, but they are for other animals in the ocean. And then here is my works cited. Thank you for listening to my project.